So I just got stood up for the first time. And it's so crazy because I did not see the red flags. He completely did a 180. He basically told me that he wanted to meet me at Lake Lanier out of all places, and told me to be there at 5. And I got there at 5, and I texted him. I said, I'm here. And he was like, oh, well, I won't be there until 6. A whole hour later, so I let him know, like, hey, that's not cool. And I said it in this tone, that's not cool. That's one of my big pet peeves. Like, you can't be an hour late. He proceeds to tell me to go home and that he wasn't coming anymore. And so I'm at this haunted ass lake being stood up by a white boy. Basically the first white boy I've ever, like, dated. And yeah.
Was this like the first, like, how long was this relationship? This isn't the first date, right? Like, I don't I don't know the details.
I'm just really afraid to open my heart up because this is the type of stuff that happens to lover girls.
Now here's the funny thing, like, ignoring the whole skin complexion thing, whether you're white, black, Asian, whatever, this happens to everybody. It's like nobody getting treated better than the next person, or white dudes treat black women better or something like that. No, overall, even let's take it back to Robin Thicke when he was on Hot 97, when he had like a whole bunch of his friends that were like, even he would tell stories about his white friends cheating on their girlfriends that were black. He said, bro, the white dudes are actually worse when they do it, which was crazy. But hey, it happens to all of us. Just got to know how to handle it. Says, I got summoned to Lake Lanier, and then got stood up. I mean, isn't that the lake people be dying at? Don't go back there. I never been there. I've been to Georgia plenty of times. But as far as being like stood up, I've only been stood up, I guess you can say technically twice. The first time I got stood up, first of all, I was never hurt by that happening. First of all, I'm talking about like years and years and years ago. The thing is, when that happened to me, I already knew that was a thing that happened to a lot of people. So when it did, it was just like, dang, this is actually a real thing. I wasn't hurt at all, but it was for the fact that like the person did do the thing where she called like way later. We actually ended up becoming real cool and good friends, but I never gave any other like energy to her besides that. She invites me out to stuff or whatever to meet her friends or whatever. It was a whole thing. But even after that, when it supposedly kind of happened to me again, it was a thing to where the person actually called me. I wasn't really tripping, but at that point, I already knew in life, I've heard enough stories to know that always have like a plan B. It doesn't have to be necessarily going out with another person or whatever, but just another task. Like I can run errands if this doesn't happen, or if it's just like a little outing or something like that, it's not really that big of a deal, then this is like, okay, I can build this desk that I've been meaning to build, or I can do this or clean this or do this or go watch a movie or something like that. Like there's always a backup plan that you always have to have in case you do, get stood up. But then like if the person tells you to clear your whole schedule for like a whole day, then you get stood up, then that's a thing. That's a problem.